Have you ever felt like you're really putting in the work with your calisthenics? Like you're hitting those pull-ups and dips and push-ups hard,
Where?
but you're just not seeing the strength gains that you expect.
Yeah.
It's incredibly frustrating
So
when
yeah,
you're consistently showing up and you're not getting the results you want.
it is like you're spinning your wheels. You're
Right.
putting in all this effort,
Yeah,
but you're not actually moving forward, and it could be so demoralizing.
exactly. And what if the problem isn't that you're not trying hard enough, but that you're making subtle mistakes that are holding you back without even realizing it?
That's a huge possibility.
Yeah.
I see this all the time,
Right.
where people are so focused on pushing themselves to the limit
Uh-huh.
that they miss these little details that make a massive difference.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we're going to dig into today in this deep dive.
Okay, sounds good.
We're going to be breaking down a really informative YouTube video by Yellow Dude Grav Gear called 5 Calisthenics Mistakes You Don't Even Realize You're Making.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. It's packed with great advice.
It is, and our mission today is to unpack those key insights and give you actionable steps that can help you instantly unlock more Strength Master advanced skills and get better results from every single workout.
I like it. Instant results. Who doesn't want that?
Right, and what's really interesting is that they actually tease a bonus mistake at the end of the video, which they say is especially impactful.
Oh, that's smart. A little hook to keep you watching.
Totally. All right, so let's jump right into it and start with the first mistake, the video highlights.
Okay.
Starting your workouts without a proper warm-up.
Oh man, that's a classic.
It seems so basic, right? Like Calisthenics 101.
Yeah, you'd think so, but you'd be surprised how many people skip it or rush through it.
I know I've been guilty of it myself in the past.
Me too, we all have.
But the video makes a really strong case for why it's so important, especially when you're trying to get those tougher calisthenics moves.
For sure, it's all about priming your body to perform at its best.
Exactly. They say you want to be in your freshest state and highest energy right from the first rep.
And that makes sense because if your body isn't ready,
Yeah,
you're not going to be able to access your full strength potential.
totally. It's like trying to go from 0 to 60 in a second.
Yeah, or like trying to sprint as soon as you wake up, you're going to feel stiff, uncoordinated.
You're not going to hit your top speed.
Exactly. Your body just isn't ready for that kind of explosive effort.
Right, and the same thing applies to your workouts. If you find that your best, strongest reps are happening like halfway through your session, it's a sign that your body wasn't fully prepared at the beginning.
That's a good point to keep in mind.
And the reason for that is because of something called neuromuscular activation.
Right.
Without a warm-up, your muscles, your joints, even your nervous system, which is crucial for strength and coordination, they're just not fully online yet.
Yeah, they're not firing at full capacity because
Yeah.
those neural pathways haven't been activated.
So you're not getting the most out of your workout.
Not even close.
So what's the solution?
Well, the video recommends a pretty simple approach.
Okay,
Just 5 to 10 minutes
Right.
of a good comprehensive warm-up before each session.
that's doable.
Definitely. And they break it down into 3 key elements.
Okay, let's hear them.
First, you have mobility drills.
To loosen things up?
Exactly. Things like arm circles, leg
Yeah.
swings, thoracic rotations, whatever your workout calls for.
So basically getting those joints moving and improving range of motion.
Exactly. Then you want to do some activation work,
Which is?
targeting the specific muscles you'll be using in your workout.
So like band pull-aparts for your back before pull-ups?
Perfect example. And finally, some light dynamic
And
movement.
jumping jacks.
Yep, or jump rope. Anything to elevate your heart rate and get the blood flowing.
Okay, so just a few minutes of each of those and you're good to go.
Pretty much. And the beauty of it is that you're prepping your body to perform at its absolute peak from the very first rep.
You're not wasting those initial reps just trying to get warmed up,
Exactly. You're hitting your maximum strength and power right out of the gate.
which can make a huge difference in your results.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on to the second mistake.
Sounds good.
This one's all about prioritizing quantity over quality.
Oh yeah, doing tons of reps, even if your form is bad.
That's the one, and I think we've all been there at some point.
Oh, for sure. It's so tempting to just hit that target rep count.
Uh-huh. Even if it means sacrificing good form.
Like those half-rep pull-ups where you're barely getting your chin over the bar,
Or bouncing push-ups.
or rushing through dips without full range of motion.
Yeah, those are all prime examples, and it feels good in the moment, right?
Yeah, you see that high number and you think, oh, I'm crushing it.
But the video makes a really good point that true strength in calisthenics isn't just about the number of reps you can do.
It's about the quality of each rep.
Exactly. It's about how much control you have throughout the entire movement.
And when you're just focused on cranking out reps with bad form, you're actually doing more harm than good,
That's right. You're reinforcing bad movement patterns.
which become harder and harder to correct over time.
Exactly. And it also limits your ability to progress to more advanced skills.
Like muscle-ups.
Yeah, or one-arm push-ups.
Things that require a really high level of control and precision.
Absolutely.
Ah.
So if you're noticing that your form breaks down significantly halfway through a set, or if you're getting more joint pain than muscle fatigue, that's a big red flag.
That your body is compensating for a lack of strength with bad technique.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So what's the fix?
Slow down.
Yes. Control the movement.
Use the full range of motion.
And focus on quality over quantity.
The video says your mantra should be chase perfect reps.
I like that. Chase perfect reps.
Huh.
All right, let's talk about the third mistake.
This one's interesting.
What is it?
Training to failure every single set.
The no pain, no gain mentality.
Right. There's this idea that you haven't really pushed yourself hard enough unless you're completely wiped out after every workout.
Yeah, I used to think that way too. But the video explains why that's actually counterproductive.
It is.
For a couple of reasons. First, when you push yourself to failure on every set, you're depleting your energy reserves.
Which means
You won't have as much gas in the tank for later sets.
so you might end up cutting your workout short or just not being able to perform as well.
Exactly, and it also messes with your recovery.
How so?
When you're constantly pushing to failure, your muscles need more time to repair and rebuild,
So you're not fully recovered for your next workout.
which can lead to decreased performance and even increase your risk of injury.
It's like you're digging yourself into a hole.
Kind of. And the video even points out that elite athletes rarely train to failure on every set.
They know that managing their intensity is key for long-term progress.
Yeah, they understand the importance of balance.
Right. So if you find that you're getting weaker week after week, or if your workouts always leave you feeling drained and depleted, that's a sign that you might be overdoing it.
Yeah, time to dial it back a bit.
The video recommends leaving 1 or 2 reps in the tank on most sets.
So you're not completely maxing out on every single exercise.
And using failure strategically rather than as the default setting.
It's a smarter approach.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on to mistake number 4.
What do we have?
Neglecting mobility and joint health.
Oh, that's a big one, especially for calisthenics.
It is, we focus so much on building muscle that we often forget about our joints.
And they take a beating in calisthenics.
They do. All that pushing, pulling, supporting your body weight puts a lot of stress on those joints.
And if you're not taking care of them,
yeah,
they're going to let you know about it.
right. The video says that any persistent stiffness or pain in your shoulders, wrists, elbows, that's a warning sign you shouldn't ignore.
It's your body trying to tell you something.
And if you keep pushing through it,
You can end up with a serious injury.
exactly. And the problem is that your joints can actually become the limiting factor in your progress, even if your muscles are strong enough.
I've seen that happen too.
If your joints are stiff or unstable,
Yeah.
they're going to give out before your muscles do.
No matter how strong you are,
Like if you can't get into a deep squat because your hips are tight.
or if you have wrist pain that stops you from doing push-ups, or if your shoulders are too restricted for overhead movements.
You're not going to be able to perform at your best.
Nope. So what's the takeaway?
The video recommends adding 5 to 10 minutes of mobility work to your daily routine
Ideally before your workouts.
and focusing on exercises that target the key joints involved in calisthenics.
So things like shoulder rotations, shoulder dislocations, deep squat holds, wrist circles, extensions, flexions, all that good stuff.
It's all about keeping those joints healthy and mobile.
So you can keep training hard and avoid injuries.
Okay, let's tackle the 5th mistake.
Okay, hit me.
Not tracking your progress.
Oh man, I've been there.
Me too. It's easy to just show up and go through the motions.
Yeah, but the video compares training without tracking to building a house without a two-print.
Which is a great analogy because if you're not keeping track of what you're doing,
You have no idea if you're actually making progress.
and strength gains in calisthenics, they can be pretty gradual.
Yeah, you might not even realize you've hit a plateau or that
Yeah.
you're actually getting weaker.
Like you might do 40 push-ups one day and feel good about it. And
Yeah.
if you don't know how many you did the week before,
Yeah,
you could be going backwards without even knowing it.
totally. And without tracking things like reps, sets, tempo, how you're feeling, you're missing out on valuable feedback.
Which you need to make informed adjustments to your training.
So basically, you're just training randomly,
And hoping for the best.
which is not a recipe for success.
Okay, so what's the fix?
Start logging your workouts.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be anything fancy, a simple notebook, a phone app.
Just something to record the key details.
The exercises you did, the reps, the sets, how you felt, anything that can help you analyze your progress.
The more data you have, the better.
For sure, because
Okay.
then you can identify areas where you're stalling and make adjustments accordingly.
All right, drumroll, please.
Here it is.
It's time for the bonus mistake.
The one the video says is more common and more destructive than all the others.
And that mistake, my friends, is inconsistent training.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is such a huge one. It is, and it's something that a lot of people struggle with.
Because life gets in the way.
Right. Motivation comes and goes.
And it's easy to fall off track.
The video describes this cycle of going all in for a few weeks and then stopping when things get busy or you lose motivation.
I've definitely been there.
We all have, and the problem is that motivation is not a reliable driver for long-term progress.
Nope, it's fleeting.
If you only train when you feel like it, you're going to be constantly starting and stopping.
And you'll never really get anywhere.
The video makes this point that real strength and skill development, they come from consistent effort over time, weeks, months.
This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. And they also talk about the impact of detraining.
Which is?
When you take a break from training, your body starts to lose those adaptations you've worked so hard to achieve.
Your strength decreases, your endurance goes down, even your movement patterns become less efficient.
So you have to spend time rebuilding instead of progressing.
It's like you're taking one step forward and 2 steps back.
And the video uses this great analogy. It's like you're pushing a boulder uphill.
And every time you stop,
it rolls back down.
And you have to start all over again.
So frustrating.
Well, how do we overcome this?
The key is to make training a habit, not a chore.
Easier said than done.
I know, but the video gives some good tips.
Like what?
Setting a realistic training schedule.
Something you can stick to, even if it's just a few days a week.
Minimizing any barriers to starting your workouts.
Like having your workout clothes and equipment ready to go.
And even tracking your completed sessions.
Because seeing that streak can be motivating.
Absolutely. The video ends with a really powerful statement. Consistency beats intensity every time.
I love that. So true.
So let's recap in this deep dive. We've covered 6 major mistakes that could be holding you back in your calisthenics journey.
All right, let's hear them.
Number 1, skipping your warm-up. Number 2, bad form over more reps.
Number 3, training to failure all the time.
Number 4, neglecting mobility and joint health.
Number 5, not tracking your progress.
And the bonus mistake, inconsistency.
And by addressing these often overlooked details, you can break through those plateaus, achieve those challenging skills, and reach your body weight mastery goals.
So here's a question for you to think about. What's one aspect of your current training that you're most motivated to adjust after learning about these mistakes?
So that's a good one.
Take a moment to reflect on your own routine and see which of these mistakes might be unknowingly holding you back.
It could be the key to unlocking your next level of strength and skill.
Exactly.
I'm excited to see what changes you make.
Me too. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure as always.
Until next time, keep training smart and stay consistent.
And chase those perfect reps.
You got it.
See?